Hello and welcome students. This is your accounts teacher Saurabh Pradhan. Okay. So in the last session we have discussed profit and loss appropriation account and partners capital account. In this session we will focus on partners interest on drawings. Okay. That is a very crucial topic that you should understand. Okay. So today's topic is interest on drawings. Fine. Interest on drawings. Okay. So instead of talking about interest on drawings, we should talk about only interest. Okay. The method that I am going to tell you will be applicable on any interest, be it interest on drawing, be it interest on capital, be it interest on deposit. Okay. So we are basically talking about interest here, not only interest on drawings. So but if if you go by the chapter, by the syllabus of the chapter, okay, then interest on drawing will be calculated in two cases. Okay, there are two cases in which you have to calculate interest on drawing. Okay, the first case that you will encounter is drawings of equal amount, on equal interval of time. Fine. And the second case that you might encounter is drawings of unequal amount at unequal interval of time. Unequal interval of time. Fine. So there are two cases basically. Okay, you will come across two cases here. So the case that we are going to study today will be the first case. Okay, this case we will study today. We will also see what is the logic behind the formula that that the interest on drawing is calculated with. Okay, so let us start. Okay, let us start. So let's start from the basic. Okay, so if I ask you how do you calculate interest, okay, so you will quickly say that the calculation of interest is done by the formula P into R into T divided by 100. Fine. This is the basic formula for calculating interest. Okay. Now let's take an example for that. Suppose on rupees 1000, if you have to calculate interest for a year, okay, 1000 at the rate 6% for a year, So if you will calculate the interest on rupees 1000 at the rate 6% for a year, then you have to apply that basic formula and you will get your interest amount, that is 1000 to 6 by 100. Okay. So time period here is what? Time period here is 12 months. So you can also represent it like this. Fine. Now, if you will calculate the interest, what should be the amount? That is 60. Fine. That is rupees 60. Okay. So following the same logic, okay, if suppose that the partners withdraw on 1st January rupees 1000, on 1st Feb again rupees 1000, okay, on 1st March rupees 1000, and so on, okay, and so on till 1st December, okay, till 1st December. So in that case, what should be the logic? Okay, in that case, what should be the logic? So for the very first year, you will see the interest will be 1000 at the rate 6%, okay, for 12 months, okay, for 12 months. Fine. Now for second month, it is drawn on 1st February basically. Okay. So for second month, it will be rupees 1000 at the rate 6% for 11 months. Fine. from February to 31st December, there will be 11 months, okay. And you can continue this calculation, okay, till the last month, okay. This is 10, okay. You can continue this calculation and so on till last month, fine, okay. For 1 month it is from 1st December, okay, from 1st December to 31st December, that will be your last value of interest, okay. So you can see there is a pattern here, okay. There is a pattern when the partner withdraws equal amount at an equal interval of time. Here the amount is rupees 1000 and the time difference is 1 month, fine. The time difference is 1 month, okay. But the calculation becomes quite lengthy, okay. If you will calculate each of these interests, okay, it will become quite lengthy. But now let us calculate, because we have to understand the concept here, okay. So is there anything that we can take in common? Okay, we can take out 1000 into 6 by 100 as common, because it is common in each of the equation, fine. Now, what is remaining? What is the change? What is the changed value? The time period is changed, okay. First is 12 by 12, another is 11 by 12, another one is 10 by 12, and so on till 1 by 12. So you can add them together like that. Okay, 9 by 12 and so on till 1 by 12, fine, okay. So you have deduced your equation up till here. Now, if you will add all of these together, what you will get, since the denominator is common, so you have to add these consecutive number one by one till 12. So is there any way of calculating it? Yes. So there are 12 numbers, okay. So 12 multiplied by 13 divided by 2. So that is the formula for calculating consecutive integers, okay. If there is n number of integers, then the formula will be n plus 1 divided by 2. That will be the formula, okay. So I am doing all this because I just want to do the calculations quickly here, fine. So now, if you will calculate that, what you will get? 78, okay. So now, this 1000 6 by 100 will remain like that, and the calculation that we have done will be 78 by 12, okay. That is what you get. Now, if you divide 78 by 12, what you will get? You will get 6.5, okay. So we have deduced our calculation to this level. Now you can calculate the interest, okay. Now you can calculate the interest just by multiplying this value from 6.5, okay. What you will get? You will get 390 as your answer, fine. This will be the answer that you will get. But can you see how long the calculation has become? Okay. First you have calculated the interest for 12 months, then for 11 months, then for 10 months and so on, okay. The calculation is becoming quite lengthy, but see, we have deduced the calculation to this form here, okay, to 6.5. We have calculated the average period. So we already have this value. We just need this 6.5. Suppose if we had this 6.5 earlier, do we need to do all these calculations? No, we need not to perform all this calculation. We could just directly take that value and multiply it by the average period that we have calculated, fine. So is there any mathematical formula, okay, is there any mathematical formula to get that value directly? Yes, there is formula, okay. The formula says that this value is obtained from the average of two extreme values, okay. What are the two extreme values here? See, one extreme value is 12, another extreme value is 1. Fine. So if you take the sum of these extreme values and divide it by 2, what you will get? You will get 6.5. Okay. So you can directly obtain that value. Now we can generalize this formula. Okay, we can generalize this formula. How? This is the time left after first drawing. Okay, time left after first drawing. Okay, plus what is the value 1 here represents? This 1 here represent the time left after last drawing. Time left after last drawing. Okay, and this is divided by 2. Okay, so this is the method. We have concluded, we have deduced this method. Okay, so I have done all this calculation just to clarify the concept. Okay, the concept is coming from the same rule. Okay, the concept is coming from the same rule. Okay, P into R into T by 100. That is the basic rule that is applied here. Fine. But in order to shorten our calculation and to make the calculation faster, okay, we have deduced this formula. Okay, but this formula is only applicable in case the amount is same. Okay, and it is drawn frequently at equal interval of time. Fine. Now suppose we will apply this formula now. Okay, now suppose Mr. A withdraws rupees 1000. Mr. A withdraws rupees 1000 at the rate 6% per annum. Okay, at the beginning of each month. At the beginning of each month for 1 year. Okay. So for 1 year, Mr. A has withdrawn rupees 1000 at the rate 6% per annum at the beginning of each month. Fine. Now, if you want to calculate the interest by this formula, you can directly get your answer. That is 390. Fine. Now let us apply that formula. So rupees 1000. How many times he has withdrawn this rupees 1000? He has withdrawn this 1000 for 12 months. Okay, so the total drawing is 12,000. Fine. Now the rate of interest is 6%. Okay, and the average period is 6.5. Fine. Now you can now quickly tell the answer with this method. Fine. That will be equal to 390. Fine. I hope this is clear to you. Now, this formula is applicable in case the amount of drawing is equal and the time interval between each drawing is equal. Fine. Now, suppose if Mr. A has drawn that particular amount at the end of each month. Fine. Then what would be the formula? The formula is time left after first drawing plus time left after last drawing divided by 2. Okay. So suppose if he is withdrawing at the end of each month. Okay. If he is withdrawing at the end of each month, then how much? Suppose he withdraws at 31st January, okay, and then at 28th Feb and so on, okay, till 31st December. Fine. Now, in this case, the time left after first drawing is from 31st January to 31st December will be 11 months, okay, will be 11 months, and time left after last drawing is what? Time left after last drawing is no months, that is 0 months. Fine. Now if you divide it by 2, you will get 5.5. Now this is the average period if Mr. A withdraws rupees 1000 at the end of each month till 1 year. Okay. Now in this case, what will be the answer? What will be the answer in this case? 1000 divided by 12, because he is continuously withdrawing for 12 months. Fine. At the rate 6% into the average period. Fine. Into the average period. What you will get? You will get 330 as your answer. Fine. So see how quickly we can calculate all our values with the help of this formula. Fine. Now this method is applicable where? When this method is applicable when the drawings are made at the end of each month, for a year. Fine. For a year ending 31st December. For a year ending 31st December. Okay. Similarly, you can calculate the values, the average period values for each of the case. Okay. So first case that we have discussed is when the drawings is made at the beginning. Okay. This is the case for drawing at the beginning. Okay. When drawings of equal amount is made at the beginning of each month for the year ending 31st December. Fine. In this case we have calculated, okay, we have calculated the average period when the drawing of equal amount is made at the beginning of each month for the year ending 31st December. In this case, in the second case, the drawing is made at the end of each month. Fine. Now, similarly, the partners can withdraw in the middle of the month also. That case might also arise. Okay. So if the partners drawings are done at the middle of each month, then what should be the formula? The formula will be same again. Okay. The formula is time left after first drawing, time left after last drawing. What is the time left after first drawing? Okay. So if he is drawing at half of the month, okay, suppose he is withdrawing at 15th of January. So this is basically half of the month. Okay. And so on. And 15th of Feb. And so on. Fine. And so on till 30. And so on till 15th December. Okay. Now, in that case, what should be the formula? Okay. See, here the time left after first drawing is 11.5 months. From 15 January till 31st December, if you count, how many months are left? 11.5 months. Okay. 11.5 months. Okay. And the time left after last drawing is 0.5 months. Now, this divided by 2, what you will get? You will get 6 as your average period. Fine. Similarly, if you want to calculate the interest on drawing, okay, on rupees 1000 at the rate 6% for, okay, in the case it is drawn at the middle of each month, then the average period should be 5.5. And since the drawing is made for 12 months frequently, so we have to get the amount of drawing also, which we will get after multiplying it by 12. Okay. So what you will get in that case? Sorry, this is 6 months. Fine. This is 6 months. Middle of each month, it is 6 months. Okay, the average period here is 6 months. Okay, so what you will get? You will get 360 as your answer. Fine. So this is the concept. Okay, this is the concept that is behind calculating the interest. Fine. In case the drawings are made at the beginning of each month, at the end of each month, and at the middle of each month. Fine. Now, suppose the partners draws some amount quarterly. Okay. So in that case also there will be, three different cases that will arise. Okay. At the beginning of each quarter, second case, at the end of each quarter, and third case at the middle of each quarter. Okay. Always remember that the condition is same. Condition is that equal amount is withdrawn at an equal interval of time. That is the condition here also. Fine. So suppose, what is quarter? How many quarters are there? There are 4 quarters in a year. Okay. There are 4 quarters in a year. Fine. Now, suppose if the partners, in the first case basically, if the partners draws at the beginning of each quarter, so how many months are left if the partner withdraws at the beginning of each quarter? Beginning of each quarter means he must have withdrawn the money on 1st of the January. Okay. So how many months are left from there? 12 months left. And the drawings made at the last quarter, at the beginning of the last quarter. Okay. Time left after the drawings at the last quarter. Okay. After the drawing, the last quarter. So that will be 3 months. Now this is equivalent to 7.5. Fine. Now in this case, what should be the interest? 4. Okay. I have multiplied this value by 4 because there are 4 quarters and the total drawings will become 4 times. Okay. Total drawings will also become 4 times. So in that case, again just apply the interest here. Okay. And the average period is 7.5 months. Fine. Okay. What should be the answer? That is 150. Fine. That is 150. All right. Now, in the second case, what should be the answer? Now, the second case is taken at the end of each quarter. Fine. So, what is the time left after first drawing? 9 months will be left after first drawing. Fine. Because the drawings is made at the end of each quarter, which means the first drawing was made on 31st March. And what is the time left after last drawing? 0 months. Okay. So the average period here will be 4.5 months. Okay. Now applying the similar operation here, what you will get? What you will get? That is 90. Okay. If the partners withdraws at the end of each quarter, then you will get rupees 90 as the interest. Similarly, in case third is if he withdraws at the middle of each quarter. Fine. So how much the time left after first drawing? Okay. The time left after first drawing is 10.5 months. What is the time left after last drawing? Okay. That will be 1.5 months. Okay. If you add them together, what you will get? You will get your average period as 6 here. Okay. If you add them together and divide it by 2, you will get 6. Now, in that case, what should be the interest? Again, since the 4 drawings are made, so it is multiplied by 4 into 6 by 12. Fine. Okay. So you will get 120 as your answer here. Fine. So you can see how the amount of drawing also changes, okay, with the change in each case. Fine. So we will end our discussion here. Fine. This is it in today's session. Okay. I hope you liked the session. Fine. And if you want, okay, if you really want in-depth discussion of all this topic, then you can definitely join Sanjay Pandey classes. Okay. And let me note down the number for you, that is 9415614156. Okay. Do call us on that number or WhatsApp. Fine. Thank you.